Seriously though, we got to do something about that opening. Like, I really miss the old one. Like, I don't think I am explaining enough how much I like the old opening. Like, if you look at the video, probably 1,000 views are from me. No joke. Like, that was my shit. Bring it back, please. First of all, I'd like to apologize for my hair. I think that's definitely needed at the start of this video. Anyways, moving on to the episode. So, here we are, finally, Season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul. It was forementioned before by the creator that it wasn't going to be directly what we got in the manga, but, you know, not gonna lie, I'm still a little bit disappointed that this is the case, because, like, you know, manga readers will understand just how epic it became, and, well, it was epic from before, but, like, just the craziness. Like, I know a lot of people are talking about the 103 bones. I was definitely very disappointed not to see that. Either way, Tokyo Ghoul, Route A, I believe it's called, which could be like, since it's alternate, I'm thinking it's Route A is in Route, however the hell you pronounce Ogre 3 or whatever, because he joins that in this universe, which in the manga we know he doesn't. I'm going to try and keep this spoiler free, but I'll leave the big things out, basically. But yeah, so this episode starts off normally, like where we ended off in the first season, which got my hopes up actually when I started watching it. I'm just like, okay, you know, we're about to go into the manga, it's going to be sick. And right off the get-go, the opening, I know you're probably hearing this a lot, but to be honest, I was kind of disappointed because the first season's opening was that much better, but whatever. Like, the animation was good, but I was just waiting, hoping for the song to, like, pick up, you know, kind of, because, you know, in the first opening, it's kind of just, you know, like that, then all of a sudden, yeah, but it didn't really happen, whatever. So, watch the opening, already a bit discouraged after watching that, and we get back, then I get excited because we see Kaneki looking all badass, of course, and I'm expecting the Ayato and Kaneki manga fight for whatever reason still. Guess I was just holding hope or something. But in this version, he gets stopped by, I forgot the other dude's name, but God, there's actually so many names in this series. This is one of the series that I can't keep tabs of everybody's name. Interestingly enough, we also see, I believe the person around the bike was Hyde. For whatever reason, he noticed that that was Kaneki even with the white hair. I don't know, I don't recall that being in the manga, but I know it's the alternate. So, that happened, and Ayato also got saved prematurely from 103 bones of his being broken, so that was a little bit disappointing as well. But I will say the animation is a bit better. Obviously, from the Ayato and Toka fight, we see that they're easing up on the censorship because it was kind of really really censored in the past season, so that's cool as well. But yeah, the main part of this episode was just the fight, really, in my opinion. Like, not too many other things happened other than the two high-ups in the CCG fighting the one-eyed owl, which what I'm noticing just really off this episode, they're giving a lot of foreshadowing and a lot of hints, which keeps making me think that they might be borrowing things from a manga story, but I'm not gonna keep my hopes up on that one, because manga readers will get this, like, there's little subtle hints. Like, if you look at the owl, like, some things become a little bit obvious, and yeah, they're really, I don't know, I almost feel like I'm being jabbed at as a manga reader, but I still recommend you read the manga because it's really good. It'll really give you a nice contrast to the story. And I know I'm kind of sounding very negative about this whole thing, but I'm just glad that we have a season 2. Understandably, it's not going to be the same, but you know, it is a bit disappointing to not see some of those things animated. It's kind of like Hitman Reborn. If you like that series and read the manga, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's ended right after the future arc, and you know, after that it just got so epic, but we never saw that animated, and probably never will, to be honest. So some things we gotta accept there. Okay, so the fight goes on, heavy casualties. We see um, God, I'm forgetting everybody's name, man. I haven't seen Tokyo Ghoul in so long. Uto and the rest of them, Uto and Rio, and all of them, and the crazy French guy. Yeah, so they're there doing whatever they're doing. Seriously, it's really hard to keep tabs on the story because like I this is one of those mangas I can't really predict what's happening. Sure, I read it, but seeing the animes going so differently, I really can't tell what's happening until like everything's over and I could just look back and be like, oh, see, that's how they did it. But it seems that they're following the line that they're trying to take down Ogre 3, even though they kind of gave up on attacking them for some reason. Maybe they'll explain that later. They also showed the clowns quite early, which is a little bit surprising to me. If you're a manga reader, you'll know a bit about the clowns. Yeah. Something that I'm hoping for is that the ending will take a different route than it did in the manga, because I love the manga ending, but I did wish it went a little bit differently. I know we have a going on right now, which is very promising, if you know what I mean. Very promising, but I still, in my heart, can't confirm that that's him. You'll get what I mean if you're reading or read the manga. I'm hoping it's him, though. Really hoping. Either way, back to this episode. So that happened, and I was actually really shocked to hear that he was actually going to be joining Ogre 3 instead of making his own group, because, tiny spoiler here, in the manga, he takes the French guy that wants to eat him, and, fuck, I forgot the little girl's name. The little girl that's mom died. I'm going to have to think about the names for my next review, but, yeah, he takes them and makes his own group and forms his own little badass group, and, like, it just really just skyrockets from there plot-wise. But, you know, I'm not going to jump the gun too badly. This is only the first episode. I personally don't think we're going to be seeing the 103 bones being broken, which is disappointing. But, you know, still Tokyo Ghoul, and I'm going to support it regardless. You know, I supported a lot of worse things. Fairy Tail. Yeah, speaking of Fairy Tail, I mean, like, I noticed a lot of people in the comments are, like, really getting mad at the manga readers, but come on, like, think if you read something that was really amazing and then you heard that it was being animated and, to be honest, it just wasn't done justice, you would probably be a little upset about it. And, you know, we are entitled to our opinions just as you are, and I think we could all agree about the opening and ending are a bit disappointing, so let's just agree on that, since that's apparently the only thing the fan base is agreeing on at this point. But either way, I'm hoping that Kaneki will keep how badass he was. What I was happy to see is that he kept the scene where he goes, "Shh, shut up." That was pretty cool in the manga, and it was good animated too, so it was nice to see that. But, you know, I digress. I'm going in circles here. So basically, I like the episode. Wish it was more like the manga, but then again, we knew it wasn't going to be. It keeps giving us glimmers that it might be, but hey, this is actually pretty unpredictable. I have no guess as to where they're going to be taking this, so I'm going to continue watching, going to see what happens. So comment, like, subscribe, tell me what you thought of it, and if you're an anime only reader, anime only watcher, please give the manga readers a break, because if you read it, you'd know, you'd understand why so many of us are disappointed, me included, because I'm a bit disappointed. But that's about it for this week. I'll see you on next week's review. I will be reviewing this whole series, and that's it. Peace out.